Hello everyone. So this is Divakar Gupta. I'm recording for you again. So today our today's topic is a verb. Okay. So as we know, the verbs are the most important part of a sentence, or among all the parts of speech, the verbs are most important. We have to always remember that without verbs we cannot form a sentence. That is why verbs are often known as the heart of the sentence. As without a heart, a human cannot live. In the same way, we cannot form a sentence without a verb. So we always need a verb to form a sentence. So here we will see how many types of verbs are, and we will discuss some of them. Because if I'm going to discuss all, then the video will get a little bit longer and you would lose your patience. So here I will discuss rather in parts. Okay, so let's begin. So we are going to discuss today about the verbs, basically non-action verbs, their types, their usage, and a practice set at the end. Let's begin, kids. So first of all, we will see their verbs. There are two types of verbs. They are called auxiliary verbs and principal verbs. Auxiliary verbs are most of them are known as non-action verb. Okay. Now see, auxiliary verb. There are three types of auxiliary verb. Okay. They are known as to be verb, to have verb, to do verb. Okay. So let us rewind it. Let's have a quick recap again. So there are two types of verbs: auxiliary verb and principal verbs. Auxiliary verbs and principal verbs. Auxiliary verbs, there are three types of auxiliary verb: to be, to have, and to do. To be, to have, and to do. Today we are going to study about this to be verbs. Okay. Now, which are the to be verbs? What are their function in a sentence? We will try to understand. So first of all, see, we have to be verbs like am, is, are, was, were. These are our to be verbs. Now one interesting fact that I am going to share with you. See, this is actually not a rule. We won't get it as a rule, but to understand it better, we will categorize this verbs among singular and plural. Actually, see, as we know that only nouns could be singular and plural, but here for our ease, for that we can understand the things better, so we will categorize the verbs among singular and plural. So as we know that these verbs can be used in the present, could be used in the past also. Sorry, I have forgot to written over here past. So this can be used in the past also. Okay, no worry. Past. Okay, so as we can see that am, is, are, was, were, these are the to be verbs. These are some of them. Among this, am, is, and are used in the present. That means it is used in the present tense to talk about today, or to talk about everyday's action that we do regularly every day, or that is a part of our routine, our existence, present habit. Then we use this kind of verbs. Next we have the past one. In the past one, we know that was and were. Among this, see this singular and plural. Why I have categorized this among singular verbs and plural verbs? See, as I told you before in the previous class, in the subject, while we were learning subject and predicate, you remember in that class I told you that we always choose a verb according to the subject. Okay. So whenever we are choosing a verb, we always see the subject. Means that if the subject determines what type of verb will be used. So there is a rule in English that subject and verbs are interrelated. That means we will choose the verb according to the subject's action. Okay. And one more thing that determines the verb, that is the person or number. So that is why I have categorized this verb into singular and plural number, because as we already know that a verb is used according to the subject's number. That means suppose if the subject is used in singular number, then we will choose a singular verb. If the subject if the subject if the subject is used is in singular, so the verb which we will use, that will be also singular. Understood? Remember that a singular subject, if the subject is singular, then the verb will be singular. If the subject is singular, the verb will be singular. Again repeat, if the subject is singular, subject of the sentence, subject means subject of the sentence is singular, then the verb which we will use, that will be singular. Okay, and in the same way, if the subject is plural, then the verb will be plural. Okay, so let's take an example. As we have seen over here, is a singular verb, am is a singular, and here we have to remember a little bit that we always use am with I. Okay, in present tense we use am with I. Okay, understood? I hope that you have understood this. Now let's move on. Let me explain you it better. Suppose the subject is he. Suppose subject is he, so we will definitely use he is a boy, because the subject is singular subject, so the verb which we will use after this will be, obviously that will be a singular verb. In the similarly, if suppose the subject is given as they, now we cannot use is. Why we can't use is? Because we know that verb is used according to the subject. So here they is plural, so we will use are. Understood? They are boys. Got it? So these are in the present. In the same way, if we talk about the past, then we will see that suppose he was a student. For some, like I was a student when I was studying school, colleges, then I was a student. Now I am not a student, though everyone is a student for throughout his entire life, but for your understanding, I am just telling this. He was a student. Okay, now I can say that they were friends. Okay, they were friends, but now for some reasons they are no longer friends. Okay, so see here the subject was singular, so that we have used was. Here the subject is plural, so that we have used were. So I hope that these things are getting clearer to you. Okay, now we will see, we have understood how to use am, how to use is, how to use are and was and were, but what are the functions? What functions does this verbs play? Okay, when we use these verbs, we have understood the agreement, but when to use this, what is the condition when we will use such to be verbs? Okay, first we use to be verbs. We use to be verbs when we want to say something exists. When we want to say something exists, then we use to be verbs when we say something happens, or we want to tell some location, some identity, some quality. Okay, so we use to be verbs to tell about existence, happenings, location, identity, quality, or location. Suppose let's let's discuss this through examples. Suppose see, there is a problem. So exist. What exist? There is a problem. There is a problem. So here we have used is. Now see again what happens. There is a party tonight. There is a party tonight. So now location. The food is on the table. Or we can more sentence we can use that. Suppose you are in your home now. Okay, we all are inside our homes because of the corona, because of this pandemic. So you can easily say that you are in your home now, or you are at your home now. So in this situations we use a to be verb. Okay, I hope that it's getting clear to you. So again, what are the usage while we talk about an existence, while we talk about something is happening, someone's location, someone's identity. Suppose you are a student, I am a teacher, we are humans. Okay, a dog is an animal, or some we talk about some qualities. Suppose your children are very beautiful, cute, nice. These all are the qualities. Okay, so next we have to see some exercises. I hope that these things are clear to you. Now you will be able to do these exercises, I hope. See, so we can use over here to be verbs. So what verb shall I use over here? They dash in love. So this is showing an situation. So they are in love. I am hungry. Say they was there, the subject was plural, so that we have used are. In the same way, it is a tiger, an identity. It is an old house. See, an action he is thinking about, again he is a singular, it is a singular, so that we have used is. Okay, Tiger and Winnie. Now tell me, Tiger and Winnie, is it singular or plural? How many? Plural, so we will use are. Very nice. So next, the carrot is delicious. Okay, next, move on to the next. They are good friends. We have taken these examples. Now it is your turn. You will be solving this next 4 examples. So I hope that you have understood this one, and if you have any problem, any issues, then you can comment. Okay, I will try to solve it. Thank you very much. Thank you.